welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I'm working on my October daily challenge. This one is for day 19. It was haunted house. And so I just thought I'd draw a silhouette of a house with some funky, quirky, maybe windows. And then I have to fit a cat in there, don't I? So I did go over that. I sketched it out in charcoal and then went over with my Faber-Castell, and then started on with the Posca because I do want to just make it all dark. But I thought I should put in my windows before I outline them so that I could get squarish windows. And I did purposely make each square individual rather than doing the full window and crisscrossing because I wanted it wonky. Like, that was purposeful to make him slightly off kilter. And I'm trying to make the house slightly off kilter too. And yeah, I'm going over it with my Posca because that's nice and juicy and dark. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. This is coming out on a Wednesday. It's actually Tuesday night right now that I'm doing this. Like, I forgot to do it earlier in the day, so it's kind of late. I'll be very tired for work in the morning. So I'm just using the black gel crayon to fill in the black. It kind of saves on the Posca, so I don't have to use as much. And it works really well. I just have to let it dry, sit and dry. So I leave the book open overnight, and that does it. So here I'm just using a little bit of yellow watercolor just to kind of get a glow behind there. It might be a little neon-y, but it works. Be a little too glowy, I don't know. What do you think? And I know I made the pathway yellow, but we'll pretend there's light coming out of the door and it's just shining all the way down the path. So here I decide I've got to put my cat in, right? So I do just a little teeny shadow of a cat peeking out the window. And then I'm trying to figure out how to do his eyes. And that was just way too big. So I fixed the windows and I decide maybe he should go in the door. And I'll start with the eyes and then go around them, just making kind of a cat silhouette. And I decided I needed to put another one out there, maybe on the fence. And I gotta make him big enough to accommodate my little dot eyes. So I'm making his head a little bit bigger. And I'm just using a big paper clip to make the dots. And I don't know if you can see it, but I do put little teeny dots, pupils in the eyes. Maybe you'll see it in the picture. Yeah, there you go. You can see the pupils for the eyes. It was really small. The next one is day 20, which was spider or spider webs. Now, the prompts I'm using are the Halloween drawing challenge by Joyful Journaler, and that's at Joyful Journaler on Instagram. That's where I got my prompts from. And I just recently bought this white paint. Let me get it for you. I saw it at it's probably Michael's and got tempted. So this is Copic Opaque White with a built-in fine brush. And if you're not careful, the paint runs down to the end of the brush and you get blobs. So you can see it's slightly blobby when I'm doing this. It's not, I mean, I was thinking I could try using it with a fountain pen, but I haven't tried that. It has all kinds of precautions on the back. It's made of zinc with zinc sulfate. Guess that's what makes it the opaque white. But yeah, I'm drawing the spider web, sorry, with my little white. I liked the fact that it had that little teeny brush in there. Now inside this tin, there is a spider, not a real one. And I'm trying to find him. And these are just tabs. That's all that's in there. Well, some circles. There's my spider. Okay. So last year I did a grimoire style book. And, ooh, if you haven't seen that one, that is the ultimate, I think, in my Halloween creations, was my grimoire. I'll link it down below, the playlist of it, if you want to see it. But this spider was left over from that project. He really disappears there. So I got to give him a web hanging. He's hanging down. And then I think I go and outline him. Sorry, I'm kind of in the screen. I'm trying to see around the edges, to get around the edges of all of his legs, just to help get him to show up a little bit better. It's getting colder here. It was pretty cold. The last couple of nights have been pretty cold. We have not turned our heater on yet. I like to conserve as much as possible. Save on the bills, you know. So this is clear textured gesso that I'm doing around the edges of the spider's legs. And I'm going to come in with colored pencil and darken it that way. Instead of doing the stabilo, you know, I could accidentally hit the legs and I didn't want to do that. So I do this and then I dry it and then I'll get some colored pencil on there. And just shade around the spider that way. Hopefully he'll show up a little bit more that way. That clear gesso gives it a little bit of texture, makes it easier to draw. And these aren't the best colored pencils. It's just what I had right near me, so I'm using them. But they aren't the greatest. I can't remember why I ended up with them. I have Prismacolor, which are better than these, but I'm just adding a little bit of white highlights to the spider. Give him a little bit more dimensional, hopefully. And then got to add my cat. Sorry, it's mostly drawn. But if you've been following my series, you know I have to practice those before I can get them right. So he's going for the spider. Putting his little tail on there. And I Just add some words. She didn't press her luck. Looks like she's pressing her luck to me. Okay, so the next ones are out of order. So the next two were Raven and Skull or Skeleton. And I was going to put them together because I only have 30 pages, but I have 31 prompts. So I was going to do them together. But I ended up not doing that. So this is day 22, the skull, and day 21 will be the next one. And you saw there, I tried, like, that's my drawing of a skull is very hard. I can't do faces, so obviously skulls are hard too. So I'm giving him some ground to set on. Just with my gel crayon again. I guess it doesn't look too bad. Just don't hold him up to a realistic one. And then I did a scrap, like the makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group is a Facebook group put on by PM Artist Studio. And we did an exchange where we got swapped scraps, just random scraps. And Rhonda swapped with me and she sent me this kitty. This is a zombie kitty, I think. And it is a PM Artist Studio foam stamp that she stamped and embossed. Isn't he cute? So I didn't have to draw a kitty, and it worked really well with the skull. So this is part of the reason that the raven and the skull didn't end up in the same page. Because I saw this this kitty when I got him and thought he had to be in my book. So now I've just got a cool gray. This is a Prismacolor pencil. And I'm just going around, the lightning around him. And it kind of matches some of the color in the background already, so I thought it worked okay. And then we've got to add a quote, right? Trying to decide how it should line up. And as usual, grunging it up. And I thought the quote worked. It says, they now stand right on the brink. On the brink of what? I'm not sure. But it sounded ominous. And you've got a zombie cat and a skull, human skull. So they're on the brink of who knows what. So there we go. You like that kitty? I'll link that too. I'll link the PM Artist Studio page where you could get that stamp if you're interested in it. Now the next one was Raven, which is out of order, but you know, it's okay. So I decided I would have a raven sitting on a cat. And I just decided I wanted an orange kitty. A bright orange kitty. My paints are a bit mucked up, but you know. Making a bit of stripies there. And this, I think, is Payne's Gray. And it could be some form of black, but I usually have Payne's Gray on my palette somewhere. Now I'm just adding a little gray colored pencil to define his feathers a little bit and his eye. And hopefully that looks kind of like a raven. I'm not sure my cat's too happy. Now we're going to find a page. Guess we'll put him... Well, I think I decided he didn't look good next to the other. Yeah, there we go. The cat and the raven will stand out on this page, I think. So giving him land to stand on. We're just going to glue him down. And I just did that on sketchbook paper, so it was not very thick. Actually quite thin. And we'll get him glued on. This is my last one for today. What do you think? I like the feathers. Not so sure about the face of the crow, but really like those feathers. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy these videos. If you did, let me know. And I hope you have an awesome day.